What is it about chocolate that screams Valentine's Day for any of you?
It's sweet.
Strawberries.
Now, see, a lot of people have talked about strawberries. What is it about chocolate dipped strawberries? Is that what we're talking about?
Yeah,
now,
we're going to be dipping strawberries on Valentine's Day.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, that's the new big thing now.
Okay. And that's kind of what I wondered. I mean, traditionally, people think of heart-shaped.
It used to be heart boxes. It's now strawberries.
Okay.
And it's strawberries wherever you go.
Okay. And why is that?
Fads change. You know, things change.
Okay.
And a lot of it, you know, heart boxes have become very expensive.
Okay.
And people, you know, you can't afford to buy that kind of stuff anymore. They don't eat the box. And you know, you spend the same amount of money on a chocolate covered strawberry, get a lot more strawberries and eat the strawberries.
Right.
You know,
Now, is that, I mean, we're looking at all of these chocolates now. How does the strawberries differ from these chocolates? Is it easier, harder?
It just depends on the candy. Some candy's easy, some candy's hard. You know, strawberries, if everything's right and all the stars are aligned, and you can run through a whole day of strawberries and not have a problem, or you can start out with a problem right from the beginning and have problems all day. You know, weather has a lot to do with candy, a lot to do with it. And if you know, if it's pouring down rain Wednesday, it'll be a struggle.
Okay.
To make candy.
And someone else was telling me that too. And is that with tempering the chocolate? I mean, could you kind of talk a little bit about how you make the chocolate, kind of the process a little bit?
Yeah, you know, cream-centered stuff. You mix up your sugar, your corn syrup, and basically all candy's the same. It's just the way it's cooked and the temperatures it's cooked at and what you do with it once you get it cooked to that point. You know, some candy you just pour it out on a marble slab and in the bars and cut it in squares and it's done. Other candy, cream centers, we beat it on a marble slab similar to a fudge and roll it into balls and coat it with chocolate. And you know, some's milk, some's dark, some's white chocolate. And in those batches, you know, certain candy, like I said, is very easy. And other candy is pretty difficult to do. Strawberries, for me, strawberries are really easy.
Okay.
I don't have a problem with strawberries. I can go through strawberries pretty quick. But it's, you know, I buy the strawberry and run it through chocolate and it's a done deal. I don't have to make that strawberry. So, you know, strawberry, if I could make just strawberries every day, that'd probably work good for me.
Customers love chocolate and strawberries. You know, it's almost universal. It doesn't matter whether it's men or women. It seems to be a popular thing. So for Valentine's, very popular. So it is. I will do berries actually special order. We do special order berries, and then what we'll also do is have berries on hand to actually purchase over the counter for the people that that want to. And we do a lot of berries especially the last 2 days of Valentine's. It'll be, you know, a very brisk business, let me put it that way. And what we try to do is basically what I would call is probably dip them about 3/4 of the way into the actual chocolate. Leave just a little bit of the top of the berry and obviously the head on the berry. Just, it makes a nice presentation of the berry. So it just works out very good. So. And then what I'll do is I have different sprinkles. I will do, actually some of them I'll stripe with other forms of chocolate, either white or dark chocolate.
Okay.
And I do dip some berries also in white and dark chocolate. Okay. So it's just one of those things that it's almost unlimited as to what we can do with it.
Why do you think chocolate's so popular for Valentine's Day? What is it? Do you have any idea?
You know, it's just the universal, the Valentine's theme, and you just have that universal flavor and that love for chocolate. You know, this goes back hundreds of years, obviously. You know, so it's one of those things that's just that nice sweet contrast. In this case, with the berries, and then the apples are done in various styles. And you can see here that I've got M&Ms done with milk chocolate and white chocolate. I've got pecan, again done with milk chocolate and white chocolate, double dipped. And then we have just the plain caramel apple that's done with just chocolate, in this case milk chocolate. But again, you can do plain apples, you can do them with just nuts, no chocolate on them. It's just a host of different things that we do.
Now, Pat, maybe talking to you a little bit, what have you seen kind of being the best seller here as far as
The
chocolate?
barks are really good.
The barks are? All down
The
here?
barks are on the second tray here.
Okay.
And there's different flavors, and they all have nuts and different flavors of nuts.
And have you talked to customers a little bit? Why do you think the barks sell well? Or?
You have to start with a good chocolate.
Okay.
I think the key to success is the grade of chocolate that you use.
Okay. Okay.
And that's one thing we don't sacrifice on. The creams are very, very good.
Okay.
The creams come in all different flavors, so customers get to choose a flavor that they like. We will assort a box for the customers so they can choose exactly what they want in their box, either a half-pound box or a 1-pound box.
Okay.
4 pieces, we will sell them by the piece.
There's a very large movement towards dark chocolate. Dark chocolate is supposed to be a little healthier for you. A little less probably refined than milk chocolate and stuff. It's a preference thing. So it just depends on what you actually want to have and stuff. So it's not a big difference, I don't think. Popularity-wise, milk chocolate is still the most popular of those varieties, but it's still a good choice, and it's a good flavor either way.
What is it about chocolate that women love?
Well, it makes us happy. It actually, the antioxidants in chocolate and everything is actually really good for you. It just makes you happy. That's the biggest thing. Whenever I'm having a down day, I have a piece of chocolate. It brightens my day. Just the smell of it, the aroma, it's very good. It hits you on every level. It tastes good, it looks good, and it smells good.
Very good.
Yeah.
So if a guy was trying to buy something for his girlfriend, his wife, his significant other, could they go wrong buying chocolate?
Only if they don't like chocolate.
Okay.
There are some women out there who don't like chocolate, or if they like a specific type of chocolate only. There's the milks, the darks, and the white chocolates. So.
Is it a pretty safe bet, though? Would you say, or?
For Valentine's Day, most definitely.
Okay.
If you're buying chocolates for somebody, you've probably been with them long enough to know if they like it or not.
Well, good.
Yeah.